If you like my content, please like and click on the subscribe button. Click on the drop down and select all to see regular updates.
So in today's video, we'll try to see how to create a date table in Power BI. So a date table in Power BI is very easy to create. So for that, let's import some sample data and play with it and see how to create date table. So first thing, you open a Power BI desktop, and here, once you open, this is the main home page. So here you have import data from Excel, import data from SQL Server, paste data into a blank table, and use sample data. So you already have the option to use sample data. So let's click on this and let's click on load sample data. So here you can see financials table present here. So now let's use this data to understand um, how to create a date table. So here if you see, there are a lot of columns: country, date, discount, band, and so on. Okay, so let's create a separate date table based on this based on this data. So you have a date table here, but if you see, they might not be continuous. Okay, they are continuous, but our uh, assumption or our here task is to create a separate date table based on this data. So for that, we need to use the calendar function. So let's create a new calculator table. So let's go to insert, modeling, and click on new table. So you need to write a DAX expression here to return a date table. So for this, we use the calendar function. So calendar of start date and end date. So calendar function requires two parameters: start date and end date. So here the start date will be the min of financials of date. Okay. So whatever is the financials date values present in this particular financial tables. So whatever is the minimum value, we consider that as a start date, and the end date will be the max. So max of financials date. Okay. So the reason why we are using min and max, because in some of the scenarios, right, but in this example you might have date all the values of the date. Okay, in the date column you might have all the values without any breakage, but in some scenarios there might not be all the entries. So example, since this is a financial data, right, so we might not have some entries, say for say some months, say like December, some months you might not have entries. So whatever date values you have in this column, there might not be continuous, but we need a table where we have dates, all the dates present in the year. Okay, so based on the max and min and start date and end date, so whatever dates are present in between these two dates, we want the all the dates. So once you create this table, this date table will be created. Okay, so if you see, if you create this table, date, hierarchy, year, quarter, month, day, all are created. Okay, so just by writing this, it cannot be created, it cannot be assumed as a date table. So you need to mark this as a date table. So once you mark this as a date table and you click enable them, so what is the column? So here you need to enter a column which does not have any breakage in the data. So if you read this, to enable the creation of date related visuals table and quick measures using this table's data. So keep in mind, built-in date tables that are already associated with this table will be removed. Visuals or DAX referring to them may break. So here you enter the date. So here you see a message validated successfully. So here the validation becomes successful because all the dates are present between the max and the min date. So there are no days absent. So if even if one day is absent between the max day and the min date, this validation will not become successful. So you click on save. So here if you see, the icon changed and this became a date table. Okay, so just having this date table will is not going to help us in anything, right? You start from September 1 and it ends till uh, December 1 24. Okay, so just having this single column will not help you in any of the calculations or any of the required calculations. So what I'll do, I'll add some more columns based on this. So I'll add, so from this date I'll extract the year, month, uh, and day also. Okay, so for that I'll use the add columns function. So add columns function, so based on the table, you add exist new columns to the existing table. So for this table, so this calendar function, whatever it returns, that can be considered as a table parameter. And first column, what do you want? Let's calculate the year. Okay. So year is simply year of date. Okay. So year of simply date. So this is the date column. So year column we have created. Next month name. Okay. So we need to use the format function, and value is date, and we need it in this particular format mmm. Okay, so this is the particular format. So this will return you the month name, and then January, February, March and all. And next is month number I want, and this can be obtained using the simple month function, month of date. Okay, so just for now these are okay. And let's create this. So if you create this, month name, month number and year has come. So now let's drag all these columns. So if you see here, month name September, October, November and all, and year sum. Okay, let's remove this sum of, don't summarize and don't summarize. So month number has come, December, March and all. Okay, so if you see here, I mean I'll remove the date table here, but if you see here, all the different distinct months from starting from, so there is no way to sort here, right? So let's sort by month number. Okay, so December is there and all. So January 2014, February, March, all the months are there. Okay, but in general scenarios, right, you might want to see the data in ascending order. Say ascending order here is data started from September 2013, right? So 2013 we want to see at the first, and the last is December 2014. So if you want to see data in that particular order, then we might have to create one more column. Okay, so let's create column named sequence. Okay, sequence. And so what I'll do, I'll just simply concatenate the year. So whatever is the year of this particular day. So year function of date. So year function will create year function, and I'll concatenate the month number. Okay. So okay. So if I concatenate this, a new column will be created, sequence, and it will be in this 2013 12, 2014 12, 2013 11, 14 11 and all, right? So now let's try to order it in this using the sequence column. So 2014 9 8. Okay, this is descending, so let's keep it in ascending. So 2013 10 11 12 and 9. So this is still wrong because this is a string, right? So in string, this will be the, I mean 2013 is common here, but 1 is smaller than 9, so that's why this is coming as the first. So let's convert it to integer. So after we convert it to integer, let's see. Yeah, if you see 2039, still this is wrong because once you convert it into integer, so this is having less number of digits compared to this. So still this is wrong. So what we need to do is we need to come make the months like 9 1 and all, I mean the months which are less than 10, we need to append a 0. So it should be 0 1 0 2 0 9 and all. So how do we do that? We can simply use a if statement. So if uh, okay, if month of date is less than 10, let's concatenate um, let's concatenate a 0 with month of date. Okay, and if, and I'll copy this, and if the month of date is greater than 10, let's keep it as is. Okay, and now let's see. Yeah, now if you see here, the sequence 2013 0 9 10 11 12, now it has come into proper sequence. So ascending, the smallest the earliest date is September 2013. Let's remove the month number, September 2013, and it goes till December 2014. So now if you want to see the sum of sales, say sum of sales, if you want to see, If you see everything is repeating, right? Because there is no proper relationship here. So now what I'll do, I'll just create a simply a relationship between date from date table to the financials table. So date here, I'll join using the date column. So even though here the format is different, it will automatically take care. Power BI will automatically take care. So cardinality is one to many because here date is the primary key, right? So one to many, and cross filter direction is single direction. Okay, and now if you go here, the data will obviously come correctly. So in this way, we need to create the date function. So basically, if you want to create any time intelligence function using DAX, date table is mandatory. Without date table, you cannot create any uh, DAX measure using time intelligence functions. So hope you all like this video. So I have created this video separately because in the next set of videos, I will be explaining how to use time intelligence functions. So for that, this date table is necessary using the calendar function. So hope you watch this video, and if you're watching our videos for the first time, make sure you click on the like button and also subscribe button. Thank you. Have a nice day.